Welcome to the Explainer. We've all been told that the fear of failure is this giant monster we have to conquer, right? Something that holds us back. But what if that's completely wrong? Today, we're diving into some fascinating research that suggests fear might not be the enemy at all. In fact, it might just be an entrepreneur's most powerful and misunderstood source of fuel. And this quote from an entrepreneur, wow, it just gets right to the heart of the matter. It sets the stage for this really radical idea. What if fear isn't just a barrier we have to break through, but it's actually the thing that pushes us forward? So yeah, normally we see fear as the bad guy, that little voice in your head telling you to play it safe, to not take the risk. But what if it's actually a secret weapon? This research really digs into that possibility, and it suggests our whole relationship with fear is way more complicated than we think. To really wrap our heads around this new idea, we first have to look at the old way of thinking, the view of fear that's dominated research for years. And as you're about to see, it's a picture that's, well, it's missing some pretty crucial pieces. Okay, this slide just lays out the shift in thinking so perfectly. On the left, you've got the old view. Fear is basically a stop sign. It's treated as this fixed personality trait, you either have it or you don't, and it only leads to avoidance. But then look to the right. The new view sees fear as this dynamic, social experience. It's less like a stop sign and way more like a complex GPS. It can actually motivate you to move forward, not just hold you back. So what does this new view of fear actually look like in the real world? The researchers call it a socially situated experience. Now, that sounds a little academic, I know, but it just means fear isn't one big abstract monster. Nope. It's actually a collection of smaller, very specific concerns that are tied directly to what's happening around an entrepreneur. Let's break that down. So, what does socially situated really mean? Here it is. It's just the idea that your fears are shaped by your specific circumstances. Your finances, your team, your family, what the market is doing. It's not just some random feeling in your head. It's this interactive process between you and your world. And this table gives us a fantastic map of an entrepreneur's anxieties. It breaks them down into 7 distinct sources. Notice the 2 main categories here. You've got your external threats. These are the concrete things, like making payroll or being able to execute your plan. And then you have internal evaluations, which are way more personal. Fears about your own ability, what people will think of you, or the opportunities you're giving up. So it's not just one fear, it's a whole portfolio of them. Okay, so we've got these 7 different fears. But here's where the research gets really interesting. The big twist isn't about what entrepreneurs are afraid of, it's about how they respond to it. I mean, the common assumption is that it paralyzes us, right? It makes us freeze up. But is that the whole story? What did the researchers find when they actually went out and asked entrepreneurs? And this is the crucial point right here. Fear of failure can trigger 2 completely opposite behaviors. On the one hand, yeah, it can make us hit the brakes. We procrastinate, we slow down, maybe we even quit. But on the other hand, and this is the game changer, for a lot of people, it makes them hit the accelerator. They work harder, they push through challenges, and they literally use that fear as fuel. And this quote from one of the entrepreneurs in the study just captures it perfectly. For this person, the fear of not succeeding doesn't shut them down. No way. It becomes this powerful driver for action, pushing them to get back on the bike and try again, even harder. So this brings us to the key takeaway. Fear isn't some static thing that you either have or you don't. The paper argues it's a dynamic process, something you can actually learn from and manage over time. This slide lays out what the researchers call the fear feedback loop. Let's just work through it real quick. Step 1, a threat appears. Let's say a cash flow problem. Step 2, the feelings kick in. Stress, anxiety, the works. Now step 3 is the fork in the road. This is the crucial part. How do you respond? Do you work all night to fix it, or do you procrastinate? Because that decision directly impacts step 4, what you learn. Your response literally teaches you how to handle the next threat, and that creates a feedback loop that can either trap you or totally empower you. So, the huge reframe here is this. Fear isn't a weakness. It's not a signal to stop what you're doing. It's a source of information. It's like a spotlight telling you exactly what matters most to you and your venture, pointing you to the areas that need your focus and your energy right now. So, once you understand fear's true nature, that it's complex, it's contextual, and it can be a huge motivator, you can start to harness it. The real question isn't how to eliminate your fear, it's how to listen to it. So think about it. What is your fear trying to tell you right now? how are you going to use it as fuel?